So welcome to the playback and timeline tutorial, and I assume that you're going to be standing close to me, maybe just behind me here on the left or the right. I'm going to be talking mainly about this area over here. And first what we're going to do is just simple playback. Here we are inside a 360 video in our Lego demo project, and on this the right controller, you'll see this is the playback. On this it could be your touchpad or your joystick depending on your controller. So I'm just rotating my thumb around this, and then I can, nothing happens until I press. So I can play the video here, so I'll just press play. And there you can see that the video had started playing, and I've pressed it again to pause on this bottom button here. I can also fast forward. I can do it a frame at a time just by pressing quickly. You can see if it's moving one frame. And I can also go back one frame, so just moving back there. And if I press and keep pressing, it will slowly start to increase speed and then go really fast. So I'm just rushing through here. I'm stopped by letting go, and I can rewind, slowly rewind, and then it gradually increases speed. There. So we're able to step forwards and backwards, rush, fast forward and rewind, and then just simply play and pause. That's the basic controls we have on this controller. But we also have, if you go to the other left controller, we have under the time icon, we have a timeline. And if I choose that with the right controller and a click, you'll see we get a timeline. It tells us a bit more information. And on this timeline right now, you can see the total time at the top for this, this whole clip. It's 3 minutes 43 seconds. At the current time, we're currently about 15 seconds into the clip, and the current frame, precise frame, is 465. That's important sometimes for certain tools that we need to know exactly the frame. And here you see this is a representation of the whole time of the video, this master 360 that we're in, and this is the current position of the playhead. So if I play, you'll see all this information will start to change. So I'm going to play now. So there you can see that the playhead is moving forward slowly. The current frame is now increased, the time is now increased, but the total time is exactly the same. So that's one way that we can see roughly where we are, but we can also click anywhere on this timeline and jump. So I can click here, and I've jumped to frame 2138, and I can click here. You can see I'm jumping around in the video instantly. But not only that, if I also, with the right controller and the trigger on the back, if I point at the timeline and then I press the trigger and hold the trigger and then move the controller, I'll be able to scrub through the video. So I'm going to do that now. I'm scrubbing through, instantly scrubbing through the video. For example, I could look for when this man here starts to run. It's roughly about here, let go, and there. So if I just go back a few frames, you'll see there I found the point in the video, about 143, where he starts to run, and now if I press play, he runs. So it's a quick way of scanning through to see all the occasions maybe where he's running, and there's another occasion he's just beginning to run there. I just missed it. Go back slightly, there. He's beginning to run again. So we can scrub through the video, we can jump to any frame, we get an idea where we are in the video, and we can just use the ordinary controls on the controller. There are also controls you'll find on some of the videos, for example, on a 360 sphere mini sphere that's imported, or a 2D video, or an unsynced 2D video, or an audio. Then you can also play those and jump in those individually, and if they're synced, they will also sync if you start to play the master 360. So those controls are on each one of those windows or objects, and you'll get more information about that in other tutorials. You might want to go and look at that, the playing in individual media tutorial, to get some better idea how that works. I'm going to finish there. Thank you very much.